Hello everyone. Welcome to our very first Stamping Around the World video hop. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm an independent Stepping Up demonstrator in Australia. So the products that I am using today are available in my online shop. Okay, so Stamping Around the World, it's a new group of gals that are getting together, demonstrators from all over the world. We're so excited to be sharing all our lovely craftiness with everyone. So at the moment, you're here with me at Paper Happenicity with Monica. The other demonstrators I will list in my description box underneath this video. So please do go and check out what everyone has created. For our very first one here for the month of February, the lovely Janice from Jazzle Dazzle Craft has asked us to create something with a love theme. Being February, being Valentine's. I don't normally do Valentine's Day, but for Janice I'll just about do anything. So I thought I would do a little bit of stamping for my card. I have prepped a little bit ahead of time just to save a little bit. Oh, this is stuck in my packet. All right, so I have a basic white card base. Just whatever measurement you like, whatever your normal card base is. My matte layer is, I think that's possibly 3/8 of an inch less on two sides, which could possibly be, oh gosh, I don't have my 3/8 of an inch, which is possibly a centimeter, roughly. No, not quite a centimeter. But anyway, whatever you prefer. And then my top layer is just a smidge under that. So I've taken it down another 1/8. So it's a good 1/4 of an inch less than my card base on two sides. Okay, as you can see, I've drawn a heart in pencil just to help me with my stamping. I have looked through all my stamp sets, and I have a few, and who doesn't? And I've grabbed all the little itty bitty leaves and flowers that I could find. So Lasting Joy, Around the Bend, Irresistible Blooms. I think there's a leaf in there that I'm going to use. Petal Park. Now I have done a little bit of stamp surgery on this one. We'll be using this flower here and this leaf image here, which has been separated. As you can see, I've got a little thing there on there that says separated. I'm using the Love for You dies, and I've already done that in advance. I've got quite a few. I think there's about 4 layers there of bubble bath, and then I've got just one of Melon Mambo. Now, to make life easier for myself, I've actually put this lovely stuff, the adhesive sheets, and it's just a matter of peeling the backing off, sticking it onto your cardstock, and then running it through your die cut machine, and then that will leave give you a sticky back that you just take off the release paper and just add it onto there. I will show you. Okay, for my heart image, I got these out, the Be Mine Stitched Framelit dies. Now these are from quite a while ago, and that's just mainly to give me an outline to go on, rather than trying to grab or trying to figure out a heart shape for myself. Okay, so to start with, what we might do is just take off the release paper for this last layer. Now you can use your, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this. Yeah, there we go, that's easy. And it's just a matter of peeling off that backing paper. Now this does look a bit tricky, but it's not really. And we're just going to lay that on top and let that sticky backing do its work. So much easier than trying to use wet glue for these tiny little bits. So there we have our love. Now you could recreate this card and use whatever words you like. You might prefer to, rather than a die cut sentiment, you might like to grab, just stamp something out and put it on a label across the front. That is entirely up to you. Just maneuver this in place, and it's not really that hard. This stuff doesn't grab straight away, which is good. It's just a little bit wonky there, but that's okay. That does give it a bit of a shadow, so that's fine. So that will go on across the front of our card, and as you can see, like, it just gives a lovely extra dimension. Alternatively, in those dies there are shadow dies, but because I'm using where's my stamp set now? So I've taken love and I've taken you, and I'm using two separate images or two separate die cuts. The shadow may not work too well, but it should do. So you could use vellum. Like, what I'm saying is, like, create a vellum shadow underneath. All right, so we will put those to one side. Can't lose them. Right, now to start with, I have my heart shape, and I'm just going to get my bone folder. This is just a little bit. I've just changed the blade on my trimmer, and it's the cutting. It's nice and sharp, so the cutting is quite severe, and I'm just taking my bone folder and just burnishing those edges so that they lay down a little bit more. Okay, so that's done. First and foremost, I'm going to take half of this image here, and to begin with, I'm going to lay down a little bit of background color. And I'm going to use the shape of my stamp, and there's cardstock on there, and now I've got ink all over my fingers, which is not very clever. All right, so I'm going to use the shape of my image to create a little bit of color in the background. We don't have to be perfect with this because it will be covered. All right, so this is going to get covered up. I just need to be careful not to go off the edge of my page. And then again down here, using your stamp, you can overlap if you like. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Maybe this way. No, I don't like that. Maybe Oh gosh, we are getting a little bit close to the edge here, which is a bit tricky. Oh well. And I might just stamp half of that now. All right, so I'm only going to ink up half of my stamp because I can, and pull that down into there. All right. Right, so that's done. And all that's doing is adding a little bit of color and a little bit of texture to my background. So that was done in soft Seafoam. Okay, the next thing I want to do is Melon Mambo flowers. And for this, I'm going to use another flower from Petal Park, and this has been cut off as well. So to get my heart shape, I think I'm going to go one down here, and I'll twist that a bit and add another one here. All right, I'm going to twist it and go another one here. All right, we'll go up here to create the little dip up the top. I'm twisting my stamp so we have a different, so it's a different perspective, and maybe, let me think, here, and I should have my foam mats under here because we're using, let me just turn that a little bit more. All right, now there's more to come. I'm going to grab, I think this little flower comes from, oh, okay, Lasting Joy, and it's this one here. Now that is a group of 4 flowers on one stamp. So, and I've also separated that. Alright, so just following our pencil lines, we're going to add our, and my cherry cobbler is very, very juicy. Alright, we're just going to add some smaller flowers in. Oops, that hasn't quite stamped right, but that's okay. And as you can see, that heart shape is coming together slowly. And then maybe one here. Okay, because we need to leave room for some leaves. All right, so I don't need my Melon Mambo. I will close that. So I also now want to go and use cherry cobbler again, and this is the outline stamp that coordinates with this one, this image here. And what I'm doing is that, like, I've got this little pointy petal here, and I've got this little pointy petal here. And I'm using that, and this is really tricky because you're right, I've got a camera. I'm using that to line it up. Don't be afraid to turn your paper. All right, I'm not quite sure where this goes. I think it's this one. Oh, I've just put red there. Red ink. I've got red ink somewhere. Oh, never mind. We can cover that up with our words. I don't think that's right. This one. Okay. All right. So that's our melon mambo, and that's our cherry cobbler, because it's Valentine's Day. The next thing I want to do now is some leaves, and I've got this tiny little leafy image here, and once again I have separated them, so I've only got two, just the two tiny leaves, and we're going to tuck those in. I think we need to tuck these into these just to and I'm using pinks and greens here. You know, if you were creating this for a wedding card, you might like to use, if you know them, of course, because sometimes we don't. Sometimes brides need to keep those colors a secret. You know, you might like to use whatever color that the bride is having for her wedding party. This is such a cute little leaf stamp. I would never have thought that I would use it. Like, I'm thinking, oh my word. So yes, please do go and have a look and go over and check out at what everyone else has created. We're going to be doing this every month. For those in the UK and possibly North America, it will be on the 15th of every month it goes live, and then for us here in the South Pacific it will be the 16th of each month. So it's exciting, can't wait. All right, there we go. So I've done that. The next thing I want to do is go in also with Granny Apple Green and use this tiny little leaf image from Irresistible Blooms. This is another really cute. Okay, so let me just, what I want to do here is not ink up the stem if I can help it. So I'm going to use the corner of my stamp pad and only ink a teeny tiny bit, and we're going to tuck these in here using the curvature of the stamp to help fill out the shape, the overall shape. Now this is going to be tricky because it curves this way, so let's go in. I do have a little bit of ink there that I want to take off that stem. Oh, whoops. I'm a bit under pressure here because I really don't want this to go too long. Just add a few more leaves in. No, I need kind of one in here, but it's so tricky because it doesn't curve that way. No, let's go this way. There we go, and maybe one over on this side. Coming down here. There we go. All right, so that adds a little bit more foliage. Okay, the next thing I want to do, I think I finished with that, maybe. I want to brighten it up with a little bit of lemon lime twist. And for this, kind of want to go and use this guy here from Around the Bend, which is this one here. And once again, I'm only going to ink up the image and not the stem. All right, so now we're going to just add this guy in, and this is going to just brighten it all up just a tad. Not quite sure where I'm going, what I'm doing, because once again this only curves one way. Oh, Stampin' Up, you make it hard. But that's all part of the challenge, right? Using our the images, the shapes of our images to get what we want. Don't be afraid to stamp over what's already there. Oh, I've missed those. Guys, is everyone screaming at me? You missed some. All right, we'll go back and fix that up, and we'll just put that there. And maybe in there. All right, okay, where's my outline image? And we'll do those three. All right. Right, okay, so those are done. They're all done now. Those are all done. What else do I need? Oops, sorry guys. Just hit my head on the camera. I think we could probably do with some dottage. Now, honestly, I'm not going to do the cherry or the melon mambo, because sometimes the red dottage or the cherry dottage can look like you've just committed a crime. I might go in with some granny apple green, and I'm using this little lovely dottage stamp from Petal Park. It's only a cute little one. There's not many there, but it's going to be enough for what I need. And what I'm doing now is that I want to create more contrast around my pink flowers. And this is such a wonderful little dottage stamp because it curves. Can you see that? It kind of curves around, and you can tuck it in and so wherever I've got lots of Lots of red and not too much green. I'm adding in a little bit more. I'm filling in, I'm creating, filling in the any gaps. And I'm just going to, I might just ink up a little bit here, those three, and pull that down. So I've got more of a heart there at the bottom, a peak for my heart. Oh, that was lucky. All right. I think that's... Should I put one here to cover that up? Let's do that. All right. And now I really kinda think I might do a little bit of bubble bath, because we've used bubble bath in our sentiment, in our die cutting, and again with the same stamp. And again, it's all about creating contrast. So where I've got lots of green, I'm just adding in a little bit of the bubble bath just to add a little bit of interest and contrast to everything that's going on. And I will all right, I think that's just about it. All right, I think that's it. Right, so that's all our stamping done. Okay, we've got this heart shaped created by our stamping. Now it's just a matter of layering everything up onto our card base and then adding our die cut. Let me try and find a glue that is actually full or fuller. What happens is I normally, for my classes, as the ones in my classes get empty, I tend to pull them into my craft room here and finish them off in here. But it means I've got about five lots of glue that are almost empty. All right, so there's, and we'll just add glue to our matte layer. If you wanted to, you can go in and decorate the inside, which would be nice. You could again layer up Melon Mambo on basic white. I won't do that today. And okay, so for this, I just thought we would, you know, something like that. Just peel off the back. My nails aren't the longest at the moment. There we go. That comes off. Oh, easy peasy. Oh wait, there's more. There must have been a join there. Oh, come on. Oh my word. Just all fingers and thumbs. Sorry, I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating. Come on. Play nicely. There we go. And this guy over here. Right. And it's just a matter of sticking you down. Now this one I don't think has any joins in it, fingers crossed. And we can just, oh, sorry, that's my husband's phone. And he's going to talk. All right, okay, we just stick this down. And my husband talks loud on the phone because he's deaf. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, it has this great dimension, having layering those die cuts up. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, you know, change out your colors and you can use whatever colors you like. It's just a matter of grabbing smaller images, and don't be afraid if an image doesn't work for you. Do some stamp surgery, you know. All right, so colors: cherry cobbler, melon mambo, bubble bath, granny apple green, lemon lime twist, and whatever this one is, soft seafoam. All right, there are our colors. Okay, stamp sets. What did we use? I didn't actually use Love for You, but you could, you know, you could stamp and die cut those word images. I did use the dies, the coordinating dies. Petal Park, I've used this leaf image here, the line image, and both this one and this one here. Now there is also a punch that coordinates with that. Round the bend, all I've used in this one is this guy here. So if you've got something else you could use instead of, that would be like, you could grab this one here, I think would be a good option. Irresistible blooms, this little tiny little leaf image here. Lasting joy, I've used this larger flower that in this quartet, and the double leaf here in this trio. So that's what I've used there. Okay, so there's our card. All right, so I hope there's a little piece of release paper there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm very much inspired by the way that Ruth tries stamps with her stamps. She has a wonderful way, a very artistic way of stamping, and I'm inspired by what she does. So this is kind of down her alley, and I just thought, yes, let's try this, and this is what I thought that I would create for everyone. All right, so have a great time going and looking at everyone else's. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will say goodbye, and I will link down below to my store and to everyone else that's in the that's doing the hop as well. All right, bye for now.